Welcome to DevOps with AWS. This comprehensive guide covers Amazon EC2 for compute, RDS for managed databases, Amazon SageMaker for machine learning, AI deployment strategies, API implementation with best practices, cost optimization techniques, and HIPAA GDPR compliance. Learn how to build scalable, secure, and cost-effective cloud infrastructure. Master DevOps practices with AWS services and deploy production-ready applications. From infrastructure setup to compliance, we'll cover everything you need for enterprise-grade DevOps. Amazon EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud, is the foundation of AWS infrastructure. Launch virtual servers in minutes with flexible instance types and sizes. Choose from general purpose, compute optimized, memory optimized, and storage optimized instances. Use auto-scaling to automatically adjust capacity based on demand. Implement elastic load balancing for high availability and fault tolerance. Configure security groups and network ACLs for network security. Use elastic IP addresses for static IP assignment. Monitor instances with CloudWatch metrics and alarms. Implement instance lifecycle management with launch templates and AMIs. Amazon RDS, Relational Database Service, provides managed database solutions. Support for MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and SQL Server. Automated backups, patching, and multi-agent deployments for high availability. Read replicas for scaling read operations across multiple regions. Automated failover with multi-agent deployments for zero downtime. Encryption at rest and in transit for data security. Performance insights for database performance monitoring. Database snapshots for point-in-time recovery. Parameter groups for fine-tuning database configuration. VPC security groups for network-level database protection. Amazon SageMaker enables machine learning at scale. Build, train, and deploy machine learning models with fully managed infrastructure. SageMaker Studio provides integrated development environment for ML workflows. Built-in algorithms for common ML tasks like classification and regression. Automatic model tuning with hyperparameter optimization. Model deployment with real-time and batch inference endpoints. SageMaker Ground Truth for data labeling and annotation. Feature Store for managing ML features across teams. Model monitoring for detecting data drift and model quality issues. Integration with other AWS services for complete ML pipelines. AI deployment strategies for production environments. Container-based deployment with Docker and ECS/EKS for scalability. Serverless deployment with AWS Lambda for cost-effective inference. Model versioning and A/B testing for gradual rollouts. Canary deployments for safe production updates. Auto-scaling inference endpoints based on traffic patterns. GPU instances for deep learning model inference. Edge deployment with AWS IoT Greengrass for on-device inference. Monitoring and logging for model performance tracking. CI/CD pipelines for automated model deployment. API implementation with AWS API Gateway and best practices. RESTful APIs with API Gateway for HTTP-based services. WebSocket APIs for real-time bidirectional communication. API versioning and stage management for controlled releases. Request validation and transformation with mapping templates. authentication and authorization with AWS Cognito and IAM, rate limiting and throttling for API protection, caching with API gateway caching for improved performance, custom domain names and SSL certificates, integration with Lambda, EC2, and other AWS services, API monitoring with CloudWatch and X-Ray for distributed tracing, cost optimization strategies for AWS infrastructure, right-sizing instances based on actual usage patterns, reserved instances and savings plans for predictable workloads, spot instances for fault-tolerant and flexible applications, auto-scaling to match capacity with demand automatically, S3 lifecycle policies for cost-effective storage management, CloudWatch cost anomaly detection for unexpected charges, tagging strategy for cost allocation and tracking, elastic block store optimization with appropriate volume types, data transfer optimization to minimize inter-region costs, regular cost reviews and optimization recommendations, HIPAA and GDPR compliance for healthcare and data protection. HIPAA compliance requires encryption, access controls, and audit logging. AWS HIPAA eligible services for protected health information. GDPR compliance for EU data protection regulations. Data encryption at rest and in transit for sensitive data. Identity and access management with least privilege principles. Audit logging and monitoring for compliance tracking. Data residency and cross-border data transfer controls. Data retention and deletion policies for GDPR requirements. Breach notification procedures and incident response. Regular compliance audits and assessments. Complete DevOps solution with AWS services. From EC2 compute infrastructure to RDS managed databases, from SageMaker ML platform to AI deployment strategies, from API implementation to cost optimization and compliance. Build scalable, secure, and cost-effective cloud infrastructure. Implement best practices for DevOps, security, and compliance. Master AWS services for enterprise-grade applications. Transform your infrastructure with DevOps and AWS.